Welcome back to Easygoing Defense. Easygoing Terror Defense by the Optimistic Lord. Anime Review, Episode number 2. Anime episodes 4 through 6. There's a lot that happens in these episodes. So, basically, throughout these episodes, Van meets up with Artie, that's the young girl who's actually a couple years younger than him, meets her and Pereira, who arrive at the village. And there's also like two merchants who show up who buys a bunch. By the way, the fourth episode opened up with them using new bolts that were just built last episode to kill all these armored lizards. Like first the iron bolts, and with like 10 of them pretty quickly, and then all the rest come with the wooden ones and kill them pretty easily. And of course, they slice them thanks to special knives that Van made, and these two like merchants show up, which they're buying a lot of the scales and they take free fees to meet as well. And also, they set up a shop in town. Yep, an actual shop. Like, cool. And then those two show up, like, and of course, Artie is there because she's been offered to be engagement to Van. He initially turns it down, but she's gonna be around. And then, of course, one morning, of course, he builds an inn for them. Then the very next day, then we have what appears to be the show's version of mermaids show up, known as the Atasuru. Now, yes, this is the same one they have in the original manga that I read. And I'm like, why not just call them freaking mer people? I guess because it's a very common name for these type of people. I guess they want to change the name because they don't live in the ocean, they live in the bottom of a lake. And they have one girl show up. Van gives her some meat, which is actually changed from the manga because he gave her fruit in the manga. And she likes it, and then her father comes up, and then he's like, oh yeah, because you gave my daughter meat, you get to be her future husband. He's like, what? And it turns out that basically they still have it where, like, later on, they kind of where he does have a conversation with Artie, then of course, well, the girl shows up again, and they have a contest which involves volleyball, swimming, and eating. Basically basically snow in a bowl, which of course Van wins, but they still basically consider him engaged. It's really quick, and then after this, well, by the way, also the parties out of town. So, and then all of a sudden, we have a freaking. And of course, you have the party chased by something, and in the very next episode, they're being chased by a freaking dragon. Yes, a dragon, a forest dragon, mind you. Which of course they have their rampart built with these things are two bolts, one really big. Primera wants one of those by like we give it for free, and of course from Alliance. They pay the favor later on by basically having them pin down, well, first with earth magic and then use fire magic, and then thanks to D showing up, he slices the head off this dragon. He becomes gets to have Dragon Slayer because he did kill a dragon. And thanks to all this, he gets a good dragon meat out of it, and also that we did get to Artie's backstory, and of course also Primera's backstory where. Artie's backstory is that her magic is really to be marionette stuff. She tries to show her mother, who basically wanted nothing to do with her after she was born. Her father had nothing to do with her. And when she showed us off, apparently it's deemed evil. So basically this leads into her being offered engagement. Primera basically, because she has strong with fire magic, she recruited as a knight. And thanks to hard work, becomes a squad captain. Then she gets raised to the rank of Vice Countess. And then after that, basically, the whole thing with Artie. And it's really cool, the fact that they do explore these two characters' backstories in the episode. And overall, this was a lot of fun. And, of course, there's also a joke about when Primera basically, because how much of a smooth talker Van is like, if you were a little bit older, I would have married you too. And he makes a joke about her chest, about her ramparts being basically more elevated. Which compares ramparts to a woman's chest, which I kind of found that funny. This why having the whole sports thing was a bit of an original stuff, but a lot of it's from the manga, so we're gonna basically aim for doing that. And we have 3 more to go, and then we're caught up. And yes, this is gonna be my interview schedule. When I'll find out basically when I look up I finish the next 2 episodes, which I have 3 more to go, and then I'm completely caught up. Yep. Which by the time I catch up, I only have 3 more to go, and then we're done with this. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Well, back to this. Okay, next video. Bye.